Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stream! Wednesday evening stream. A little bit different here. I'm used to doing either night or early afternoon on the East Coast, but we're here with UConn, who is going to be represented by the Rice Owls. And let me tell you why I was going to represent them as Navy. However, Navy, I feel like would play an unorthodox style of offense like Army did, even though I'm evening out the overalls. I just don't know if the way that Navy played would have represented UConn well enough to win, because in the Louisiana Tech versus Army game, when Army was representing Kennesaw State, Army was terrible. Army couldn't get any offense together. They tried to run... Son, Cody! Army tried to run the offense as they did last time, I guess. Let's go all white for Old Dominion today. Yeah, let's go all white. Maybe we go with the... Let's go with the powder blue bottoms. We'll go with a white Monarch helmet. Yeah, that's a good look for ODU, do we think? Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on this Wednesday evening. Son, Cody. Gonna get some Connecticut action here, technically, after going to a WNBA contest today for the Connecticut Sun, who didn't come up with the win. But Rice's uniforms are very basic. They look a lot like UConn's, and they play a style of offense that'll represent my UConn Huskies a little bit better. Old Dominion are starting to steal my heart a little bit on this Dynasty Decider playoff. Let's start this first game, and it is going to be played at the Meadowlands, which is technically where UConn is going to be hosting their region because they're not in this mod. But what was I going to say? Where are we going? It's further down. I think it's like right over here. But yeah, welcome to the stream, lads. How's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone doing on this Wednesday evening? East Rutherford is where we're playing. 5-minute quarters. ODU and Rice representing UConn. UConn is going to be sitting in Rice tonight. And UConn is the host of this region, so we're playing in the Northeast. And that's it. I think we've got some ODU fans that have shown up on Twitter a little bit. I don't know if we have any Rice fans. They're not a contender for my Dynasty. But they're going to represent my Huskies, and I hope they do it well. God, I love college football. I'll say it again and again and again. Old Dominion, the Monarchs, are already with a win in this tournament, 24-3. Hayden Wolf, their quarterback, who is now in the transfer portal in real life, balled out versus Kent State. I believe he had 2 rushing touchdowns and a throwing touchdown. 24 points is the highest total we have had in this Dynasty Decider playoff, but UConn is technically the 1 seed where I put them. They had a bye, they have a head start, and it looks like UConn out there, if you just take away the name Rice. I did a good job picking the right jersey. It's a pitch to the running back who throws it. Already taking a risk. Let's expand this to full screen for you so you can get a full glimpse of this action-packed football extravaganza. UConn with the ball first here. What a pass to the outside. Luke McCaffrey, who I believe is related to Christian, to CMC, and TJ McMahon is going to be the quarterback representing UConn for Rice here. I am so fired up with how well I did jersey-wise. Rice looks basically exactly like UConn. And are they going to get this overturned here? Old Dominion is challenging the call on the field, and that does look incomplete to me.
After review of the play, The ruling on the field is reversed.
It's reversed, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Third down for Rice. Good start for Old Dominion defensively. Chance here on third down for UConn. Under pressure, he gets the pass off. Can he break a tackle and get the first down? The big man, Jack Bradley, is going to do just that. 12 yards. And Rice continue to move the football. Representing the UConn Huskies, the back-to-back national champion in men's college basketball, UConn Huskies. Owners of March Madness. And moving the ball right now, Ari Broussard, 11 yards up the middle, and here we go. Not a good start for the Wi-Fi, for the game at least. It's not running at its best right now, which I'm a little nervous about. But Rice has got it, and down goes the quarterback. TJ McMahon is sacked. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm just hoping for the absolute best for this stream and the quality of this game today, because I'm just not sure. I never know. We've crapped out of 2 straight streams. I don't have the best PC in the world. I have a PC that was meant to stream. That's how I built it in the beginning, because I really did want to have that capability as Rice goes backwards. So I'm just hoping for the best, lads. I'm just hoping that we make it through this game. It's doing okay right now. It's started to feel a little bit glitchy. The audio I can hear is choppy and a little bit, but we're still doing it. We've still got Rice on offense. 3rd and 16 here. It's going to be a little slow, but that's okay. Running the screenplay, and you got to get the pass off. What are you doing, TJ? Down he goes. 27 yards from a first down is nowhere any football player wants to be. But Rice have backed themselves way up. And Old Dominion's going to get the football here. Defensive stand for the Monarchs to start this game. And ODU, Hayden Wolf, are going to take over here. How's everybody doing in the chat? How we feeling on this Wednesday afternoon? Wednesday evening? Blake Watson, 8 yards up the middle to start the ODU drive. Had a solid game last game. Everybody on Old Dominion really did. 24-3 victory over the Kent State Golden Flashes, eliminating our MAC representative. And ODU, I believe, as I've done my research more and more, have learned that Old Dominion's going to be playing in the Sun Belt Conference, moving from Conference USA, where I thought they were. And we have our first freeze of the stream. Are we already off to this freaking start? This is unbelievable how consistent this is becoming. So sad. It just sucks that this always happens. There's nothing I can do. We're so close. Like, I know the game's trying. It's close to working, but it's just not pulling through right now. And we may have to close it. Start over. God damn it. Bear with me. I'm gonna get it back. Oh, it's just so freaking annoying. Why? Why can't you just work? It thinks it's working and then it doesn't. And I think with the stream going on, it just kills the vibe. Not much happened for either team so far, so as of right now, I might just restart the game. Maybe I'll do 4-minute quarters, but I want it to be even all the way through. I want to have fun. I want this to work. I would love to be streaming on College Football 25, but we are about 1 week to go from that happening. And I cannot wait for that week. I guess in the meantime, I can let you guys know that I am going to be on vacation next week. Family's taking a trip, and I'm on it. I'm part of the family. But I am prepared, content-wise, to release a video for you Barrowtown fans, probably the reason a lot of you have subscribed to me on YouTube if you're listening. It's going to be the Barrowtown movie, all the best moments from our FIFA FC 24 series with the Firebirds, my created club that I created back in October of last year. That video should be coming out next week. I'm considering doing one other kind of video before the game releases, and I return home on July 22nd. But I am going to put a poll up this upcoming weekend for which day and time we want to stream the final of this Dynasty Decider playoff with all these college teams fighting to be my first Dynasty on NCAA Football 14. That stream is probably going to be either July 22nd or the night of the 23rd, one of the first 2 days I'll be able to play College Football 25, and that is where it's going to be. That's where this final is going to be played. It's going to be played on the new game, which I'm fired up about. We're heading back into College Football 25. I'm going to have to edit this out again because this is copyrighted music. But luckily, that means the stream is alive and well, college football revamped. My chance to say thank you again to all of these wonderful people who made this mod happen. That's why Old Dominion's even in the game. That's why we are able to play NCAA Football 14 until this point as such an awesome version of the previous game that was released 11 years ago. Yesterday, technically. 11 years this game has lasted us. Fucking insane. It's awesome. It's even more insane that that's almost over. It's almost time for a new one as of next week. And who's going to be my first Dynasty? Well, these two teams are going to help me figure that out. Let's put Rice in the same uniforms they were in. Just change the pants to white. Rice, technically UConn. We went with the Carroll Hudson blue. Went with the white Monarch. And that's how Old Dominion's gonna look. Overalls are absolutely set to even. Let's try this again. And head to East Rutherford, New Jersey. In the Northeast, where I'm from. Where are you at, MetLife? Hello. And let's go. Let's get right into this once again. And I hate that we've had a hiccup early on in this, but both times I've restarted the game where we've had the hiccup with this mod and with the game working, we've actually gotten right back into it. Old Dominion and Rice, kick it off for us. Who's going to start with the football this time? There was no score and there was no real movement from either team the first time we tried this before it crashed, so I'm okay with where we're at. Rice is still going to get the football to start. Fresh freaking start for us. Welcome to the stream. If you are just joining, I appreciate all of you. Big return from Rice on the kickoff. Down across the 35, Juma Ottaviano, representing the UConn Huskies as Rice. I was considering Rice as a first Dynasty when I was trying to pick my 12 teams, and I don't know. I don't really want my first Dynasty school to have to resemble food, I guess, too much. The Ragin Cajuns are represented by a cayenne pepper. That is a favorite of a number of you I've seen, and they play in the All-Louisiana quarterfinal after this matchup. The Ragin Cajuns do against Louisiana Tech. But right now, it's UConn and Old Dominion, and I'm telling you, I was saying it watching the first time around, Rice looks a lot like UConn branding-wise. If you just look at the teams from this angle, you would think UConn are playing Old Dominion. If you didn't look at the scoreboard, that is. But let's see what Rice can do, representing the Huskies from Storrs, Connecticut. Rice throwing it back across the field. My God! NBA star Tobias Harris getting involved with a deflection. How's everybody doing in the stream? We got 6 of you in here, it says, which is a good number. Proud of all of us for getting together for this one. Hurdling, not going much further than 1 yard is Cameron Montgomery. Rice on offense here. What is going to happen in this matchup? Technically, UConn and Rice, as they are one, have gotten a bye. For my bias towards the Huskies, big play for Rice. Down inside the 15, Isaiah Esdale with the 32-yard catch. But yes, I have a lot of bias towards UConn. I would love for them to be my first rebuild. That's why I gave them a head start in the bracket. If you haven't seen the bracket, go check out my community page. Go check out my X account, where I'm doing a lot of work on my X account. Sun, Cody. Lots of sun today. Love it. Absolutely love it. Fader to the end zone. Nothing doing. Second down. Good vibes right now in the stream. Good vibes in this game. It's happening. It's working. And Rice is driving. I would love to see Rice win and represent UConn well. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have a reason to love every single team in this playoff as my first dynasty. I'll give you all of my reasons for UConn. It's easy. What's up, Kelly Gunn? Welcome back to the stream, my friend. Very happy you're back. I'd love some activity in the chat. This has been a good start to this game for Rice. They're going to the outside and way over the top of the target on 3rd down. Old Dominion is going to force 3 points here. The Monarchs holding up defensively after letting up some big plays to start this drive. Let's just forget that first game ever happened. It basically was kind of a nothing start. Kick is up for Rice, and it is good. The UConn Huskies take the lead here in this first quarterfinal of the evening, our 3rd quarterfinal of 4. Other semifinal is already decided. It's Hawaii and North Texas, the Mean Green, who have won 2 games already on stream. And North Texas is starting to take some hearts, including my own. I'm loving the idea of a North Texas Mean Green dynasty to start my college football 25 venture. So incredibly excited for that game to come out. And I'll tell you, I mean, you know why I want UConn to win the playoff. Obviously, that would be great if they can come out of it and get through ODU, get through the Louisianas, and find a way to beat one of those teams on the other side. I'm from Connecticut. I'd love to bring that team to glory, as they are basketball glorified. Back-to-back national champions, 6-time national champions. They are a true blue blood in college basketball, and the most modern version of it. Kansas, Kentucky, these big schools that have been considered blue bloods for a long time have not won in college basketball in quite as long as UConn has. 4 national championships. Or actually, all 6. Including women's. Absolutely, the capital of the college basketball world is Storrs, Connecticut. But it has never been a football school, ever. I mean, UConn went Division I in the early 2000s. I think I was young. I don't remember the exact year, maybe 2004-ish. But that's why they built this brand new stadium in East Hartford way back when. Old Dominion on 1st down, throwing it away. A little bit of a drive here going for the Monarchs, but UConn football went Division I. Let's see if he can get it. It's Ragin! The Ragin Cajuns, baby! I'm excited to see them in action. They also got a bye, considering they have the best nickname in college sports, I've told you. Love it. Absolutely love the Ragin Cajuns. Nickname, their mascot is a freaking pepper. It's a Cajun pepper. It's awesome. Red is my favorite color, so I love everything about that. I could give you many reasons for Louisiana Tech in that game too, but this game is all Old Dominion and UConn. And UConn's going to get the stop. Big D tackle, block sheds and takes down Blake Watson. Blake Bonish. Look at the big man work, shedding the center and rocking the running back. Husky Nation's feeling good right now. That includes me. Of course, I would love if Old Dominion won this game as well, which feels so weird to say. I'm rooting for every team in this playoff, but it's up to you guys to pick some sides. And I'll give you 100 reasons for UConn. I'll give you some reasons for Old Dominion, too. The powder blue uniforms, the potential for that as an alternate, that's a reason in itself. They look so freaking good in powder blue. Cool helmets. They've got some of the Monarch alternate helmets. I like that they have multiple options for helmets. And here comes Rice, the linebacker, not quick to react, and the quarterback's going to run it. TJ McMahon for 7 yards. But Old Dominion, East Coast team, kind of new to the scene in college football. And I like everything about them. They haven't really had their success story in college football just yet. I feel like it's coming. I feel like there is a time where they're going to have their big year, maybe make a push for the college football playoff. As Rice starts to move it down the field. It's a big play for Isaiah Esdale again. Big plays in 2 chances for him. 69 yards on 3 completions for TJ McMahon. Some big plays for Rice overall. I can tell you right now, I'm happy I chose Rice to represent UConn because Navy would not have given us as many big plays, as many chances taken. Probably wouldn't have passed the ball very much. But yeah, Old Dominion is an excellent chance for a dynasty, and they will be in the Sun Belt Conference. I made that mistake in my first video, kind of because I looked up what conference they're in, and it did say, as there's a Rice player down, Jerry Johnson, it did say that Old Dominion was in the Conference USA for football and just as a school, and they were. Old Dominion's been in Conference USA for a while. As Rice are going to get sacked here. TJ McMahon going backwards. Big block shed from the big man up front. That was kind of sick. And a sick name that I missed right there. That looks like a fun one to say. Back spasms will return soon for the Rice guy that just got injured. But yeah, Old Dominion's going to be in the Sun Belt along with the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns and some other schools like Southern Miss, I think. The Fun Belt is a good conference, I will say that, as Rice are not going to pick it up here. It's 4th and 12 just before the 50. They'll punt it back to the Monarchs of the Sun Belt, the Fun Belt. It's a good conference for football. I believe, I'm blanking on who's in it, but I think that's where Appalachian State is. I think that's where Coastal Carolina is. Some fun Southeast schools to play with. And Old Dominion's one of them, as they represent Norfolk, Virginia. And they get the ball back here, down by 3 with 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing on this Wednesday? We'll do a wellness check right here as Rice gets to Hayden Wolf before he can pitch it out. And that's going to end our first quarter. Sun. Oh, Cody. That was a fun time today. Cody and I went to a Connecticut Sun game. Saw a 3-point game, some great freaking action, a lively crowd. WNBA is on the rise if you don't know about it. And I'm not afraid to say that I had a good time today. And I would have a good time. It's, you know, if you go for the right reasons, you support women's basketball for the right reasons, you don't expect them to be high-flying, dunking all over the place, you might actually enjoy it. And coming from a state of Connecticut, which is more than any other state in the country known for women's basketball, the UConn Huskies are absolutely women's basketball royalty. There's absolutely zero arguing that. Every college basketball fan could tell you that. Every human being could tell you that in Connecticut. It's just where we find ourselves having the most success in sports, really. UConn's kind of like Connecticut's professional team, since we don't really have a pro team. We pick between New York. Connecticut fans pick between Boston and New York, really. There's 2 really sets of New York teams, so you see a bit more New York fans down in the southwest of Connecticut, but a lot of Connecticut, a lot of Rhode Island, Boston all the way, baby. Red Sox, Celtics, Patriots versus the New York Giants, Yankees, and Rangers of hockey. It's a good split. I find myself on the Boston side of the split. Love myself the Red Sox. The Connecticut Sun now, Cody. The New England Patriots for football. Big Celtics fan. Fired up about Jason Tatum's rise to success with this team. NBA final champions. World champions, baby. For an 18th time. That's an NBA record. I love that Celtics team so much. So many likable players on it. But yeah. What professional teams do you all support? I know Cody's. But Kelly Gunn, who do you support in pro sports? Talking college as we're watching college. Old Dominion punt it back to Rice. Sean Fresh, looking fresh out there in his Rice uniform representing UConn. And they get the ball back here on the 15. But yeah, who does everybody support for the pros? If we got soccer fans in here, I can make some comparisons if you need to. If you're a Man United fan, you most represent Yankees fans. Just annoying, and you think you deserve everything. Kennedy, how we doing, my man? Happy belated birthday. I know we've been talking about that this past week or so. Kelly, are you an LSU fan? No way. As am I. The Tigers are my college football team. Obviously, I mean, if UConn football was ever relevant, I'd be a bleeding blue all day. Do not get me wrong, but being a college football fan from Connecticut is not easy. UConn football has been irrelevant my whole life, really. I shouldn't say my whole life. UConn football made a Fiesta Bowl back when I was a kid and played Oklahoma in a BCS bowl game because they won the Big East when that used to be a conference. The split up of the Big East, though, hurt UConn football big time. Joining the American was not good for UConn's recruiting. Definitely suffered on the talent side of things as another defensive stop here, and we've got ourselves a bit of a low-scoring, grinded-out game going on here at MetLife. But yeah, UConn football has not been relevant, so as a big fan of college football itself, talking about me, I absolutely love LSU. And I'd love to say one of my first dynasties I ever did was with LSU in NCAA football 11, I think, or 12. I think it was NCAA football 12. Regardless, purple and gold is sick. The Cajun, Louisiana vibes of LSU are so cool. The go with the EAUX spelling. Fight song is good. Fans are good. Very passionate. Death Valley is an amazing stadium. Fun place to go play. And I would want to go there so bad to see a game. But I just like everything about LSU. And, I never really considered them my team until I started watching them more and more. Rooting for them against Alabama. Rooting for them against Auburn, Georgia. All the SEC schools. When they play Florida, I would never root for Florida. I'd always root for LSU when I saw them on. So I just kind of adopted them more and more, and then Joe Burrow did it. Joe Burrow had the greatest season in college football history offensively and completely stole my heart. And now I am forever an LSU Tiger fan. I've got shirts, I've got helmets in my house, as Hayden Wolf can't get anything going right now. Talking about college football, talking about great college football. This has been an ugly game. Rice, bang, bang, bang to start this game down the field, getting 3 points. And that is it. That's all we have going on right now. Old Dominion are getting stuffed by Rice defensively. And Rice is going to get it back here. Sean Fresh trying to set up a good drive here as they represent the UConn Huskies. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, Death Valley is... You know what, Kelly? Ah, yes, Cody. I love to hear it. Listen, I don't hate any college football teams, really, but I've always kind of hated Alabama just because of how successful they were. And as a New England Patriots fan, I've realized that that's not because I actually hate Alabama. I actually don't hate the team very much. I think Nick Saban's a great coach. I respect what they've done. But, yeah, Alabama are just a factory for great NFL players, and that's why I think I respect them so much. As much as I do hate them and always want them to lose, I do get it. I get why people love them. I know why Cody does. But, Kelly, let me tell you this. As Old Dominion pick it off, Rice trying to go over the middle, and the boys in powder blue take it back over. Here's what we're going to do. I want to make one more point, and then we're going to do something with you, Kennedy. So... I am not biased in saying this. I've seen totally neutral college football fans say this. The way that College Football 25 ranked the hardest places to play in the game is absolutely BS. Texas A&M, sure, the atmosphere is great there, but to be number one over LSU broke my heart. I know how hard it is to play at Death Valley, as do many people. Neyland Stadium, Tennessee should have been higher. These are freaking crazy fans. Texas A&M is basically just a cult. as fun of a place as that is to play, it's not fun for the opposition, but it's not the #1 place. Are we kidding ourselves saying that? Alabama shouldn't have been as high. Great atmosphere, but not as crazy as a place like LSU. Even Oregon's got a great atmosphere over at Alabama for sure. As the Old Dominion Monarchs start to move this football out to the outside and inside the red zone now. Zach Kuntz, the big man, 7 yards. And now it's 2nd and down from the 20 for Old Dominion. Hayden Wolf and the Monarchs starting to move it. Here's what we're going to do, though, Kennedy. Let's see if we can make some comparisons and find you a college football team to watch this upcoming football season. Even if you just catch one game or see how they're doing and maybe care a little bit. Let's, yeah, Kennedy, you're also going to be watching me do my Dynasty. You might end up liking this school, whatever school it ends up being. 3rd down, Old Dominion pick it up. Could it be them? Bryant-Denny's a tough stadium to play, believe me. I know that, Cody. But it's not LSU. It's just not. Those fans are different. The atmosphere is a little bit different. They're freaking crazy people. Alabama fans are conditioned to winning, so of course they're passionate. But it's not the same. Still hell, though, believe me. Let's just say this. All SEC away games are hell, except for Vanderbilt. Maybe except for Kentucky. Old Dominion making a run here for the end zone. It's Hayden Wolf. The Monarchs, with 40 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter, take the lead. 6-3. Old Dominion coming to play here at the end of the first half, which is huge for them as they get it back to start the 3rd quarter. Want to see what Rice can do with the football over the next 40 seconds. And Greg Berhalter has been fired as the United States head coach. Come on! That's got to get some hearts in the chat, baby. Yes! Come on. Greg Berhalter has pained me as coach of such a talented U.S. team. Go get Jurgen Klopp, U.S. Go get him. Come on. Oh, God. So here's the thing, Kennedy. If you support Real Madrid, and I know you do, we've talked about it, Real Madrid are the cream of the crop. They've won everything. They will probably have the best chance to win everything. And they have an absolutely amazing club. It really is. That's why they win so often. But I hate to say it. The college football comparison to Real Madrid is probably Alabama. Cody, maybe you can back me up. Maybe it's Notre Dame. I mean, Real Madrid are just the best of the best. Everything they do works well. This drive is not going good for Rice at all. And Old Dominion's going to go into the half with the lead, it seems, unless they can pick it up in a big way here. But I think Real Madrid probably most resembles Alabama football in college football terms. Broussard with a 2-yard rush, and that's probably going to be it for the first half in terms of action. 7-3 Old Dominion. Breaking my heart a little bit, but if you beat UConn, you better go all the way. Yeah, so let's talk about college football a little bit more. I guess that is a good way to do it, Kelly. So, like soccer, I would say, it is one domestic country, but it's separated into conferences, kind of like leagues. So college football kind of feels like the Champions League all the time, because teams come from different conferences. Like in the Champions League, teams come from different countries. So, in this game, Rice play in the American Conference, which is probably 10 or 12 teams at this point, could be more. A lot of movement in conferences recently. So, yeah, and then Old Dominion are going to represent the Sun Belt, which is where we're going to see another team from the Sun Belt. Louisiana Tech, who we're going to see later, plays in Conference USA. Different conference. And then there's lesser conferences and there's bigger conferences. In terms of reputation, in terms of glory, like you're saying. Old Dominion going to run out this clock. 0's on the clock in the first half. An update in this game. It is 7-3. The Old Dominion Monarchs coming into East Rutherford as Rice represent UConn and are down at half. They're going to kick it off to Old Dominion to start this 3rd quarter. More action here in the Dynasty Decider playoff. But to answer your question, Kennedy, I do think Alabama are respected at this point because they haven't won in, I don't know how many years Alabama hasn't won in, but Alabama went on quite the run. They have been the college football dynasty in my lifetime over the past 10, 15 years. LSU won a championship. Georgia is becoming a dynasty now, a little bit, but they seem like they're a team to contend with. We've had dynasties in college football history, and there isn't one team that has so many more national championships than the next in college football. Yes, that is new this year. Kelly's mentioning the 12-team playoff. The playoff for a while, thank you, Cody, 2020 was the last time Bama won. That was kind of not the end of the dynasty, but that was the last time the dynasty was really relevant. Yeah, 2020 was a little bit of a throwaway, but yeah, so for the first time this year, the playoff has expanded to 12 teams. It used to be the best teams just get chosen for the national championship, the two best teams, which for a long time was the case. The top two teams just play one game for the national championship, but I like that they've gone to a playoff format. It started with 4. I don't know what year the college football playoffs started. Okay, the OKC Thunder. We are getting some wild differences in comparisons here because the OKC Thunder have great vibes, especially back when they had Russ and KD and Serge Ibaka and James Harden back in the days when they were fun to use on 2K and relevant. They've been very good recently, but much different team, younger and not as many name brand players, even though Shai is an absolute star. But I don't know. I don't know who to compare to the OKC Thunder in college football. They are historically not necessarily, thank you for the data, Cody. So 2014 until 2023 was a 4-team playoff, and then starting this year is a 12-team playoff. And there's, I don't know how many teams are in college football. Let's get a number. 20 teams in FBS college. There are 134 schools over 10 conferences in college football, all spread out throughout the United States, and all 134 have a chance to make a 12-team playoff at the end of the year. The top 12 teams ranked in the country will play for the college football playoff, which is cool. I think 12 is a perfect number. The way my playoff is working in this one is set up like the new one, and so far I'm liking the way it feels. I'm liking if you can go from the first, round to the quarterfinals, you have a chance to make the semis, and it gets that momentum feel for the teams that have won a game or two. As we do a game check here, Rice pick it back up after stopping Old Dominion, and now Rice getting to represent UConn are moving the ball, and they're over the 50-yard line. Here come Rice. Yeah, 130. I looked it up. It's 134, so very close, Cody. Well done by you. But I don't know. OKC. So let's talk about the Thunder, because the Thunder, good vibes, fun players in the past, used to be the Seattle Supersonics. They've always kind of had fun players, but have never really won anything. And if we're talking about fun players, fun teams, good vibes, and haven't really won anything, I think the best place to start is like an SEC school that hasn't really won at all, usually has fun vibes around the team, good fans. Thunder have excellent fans, so I would say it's got to be a team with good fans, and all the SEC schools have good fans. I don't think this would qualify as a Big Ten team. Probably Big 12 or SEC is what I'm thinking. And you know what? I actually have a team for you, Kennedy. Like the Thunder, in the way that I'm talking about the vibe. Thank you for stopping by, Cody. Have fun at the Goats game. Go Goats. Go get some barbecue tonight, Cody. Go get some pulled pork mac and cheese with cornbread. It's absolutely phenomenal. Hartford Yard Goats, shout out to you. I know you're going to say Tennessee. I was close to saying Tennessee, but I was going to say Oregon, as they are Big Ten now, which is a little bit different, but Oregon has never won a national championship. They've never really won it all. They've always had fun teams to watch and have gotten close a few times. Fun uniforms, a million uniforms to choose from with Oregon, as they are basically represented by Nike they're so close to the Nike office. And Oregon has awesome fans. I think they pretty closely represent the Oklahoma City Thunder vibe that you may have liked in the beginning, Kennedy. SEC stands for Southeastern Conference, so it is not the West Coast. The SEC are all the big schools in the Southeast. So Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M, now Oklahoma and Texas are joining it, which is a little interesting. Oregon's actually going to be a great pick to win it all this year. This could be a very fun year for you to start watching Oregon, Kennedy. No! Ugh. I'm so freaking tired of this game. Oregon's a great vibe for you, Kennedy, though. I could see that working out for you, being a fan of Oregon. Good team this year. Good team set up for the future. It's a good program. It's a fun team, and I don't know what to do about this one because the game is 7-3 Old Dominion. I think we should probably play a quarter or a half restarting this because this game just keeps freezing on me. It's been terrible. It's not succeeding. It's sad. Damn. Really annoying. But yeah, let's call it Oregon for you, Kennedy. I think Tennessee is good, and Tennessee's going to be a good team to root for. Excellent fans. Tennessee have some of the best fans in the country, for sure. Good people, really just hardcore fans, super crazy. They're always a threat for an upset. They were last year when they beat Alabama and threw the goalpost of their stadium into the river outside of the stadium. But as this game loads, let's look at the bracket. Let's look at something else. Because I'm tired of this game crashing and having to load in. So I don't know what to do here. I think we're just going to tell us all that Old Dominion have a 7-3 lead in this game. And there was about a quarter and a half left. So I have a plan for how we're going to salvage this. I kind of always have to have a plan. As you see, I've added scores into the bracket, which is pretty cool. You can see where we are now. We're at this game right here. This is going to be the second game of our stream. How we doing on loading? Still like a minute to go. But Hawaii and North Texas have advanced through the quarterfinals and on to the semifinals. They're going to play their game at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, which is an absolutely pageantry-feeling, classic college football atmosphere. I'm excited for that matchup. The winner of these two games is going to play, I believe, at Ford Field in Detroit. It's a good neutral location that doesn't get used very much. It would favor UConn, which it kind of should, based on regions. This is kind of the East region. This is kind of the South region. So I feel like it's fair to put the two of them in Detroit, a little bit west of UConn, and it's definitely not south, but I like Ford Field. It's got a good classic football indoors feel to it. I can hear it starting up. That's good. So once that goes, but yeah, let's look at the Oregon Ducks. Ducks are a good college mascot. I think everything about... Oh god, that's not good to see. Oh boy. Just take a look at, like, the vibes around Oregon, I think, are just what you would like, Kennedy. I hear it working in the background, but Oregon, based on why I know you probably like the Oklahoma City Thunder, for the vibes that they used to have in the NBA, definitely feeling like Oregon should be your team, especially because you might see some winning this year, and that's kind of what you like with Real Madrid, I would assume. Real Madrid are, I mean, they just win everything they're in. It's not fun to me. I understand why it might be fun to you. So I think between the mix of winning and the mix of fun vibes, I think we're going to end up... I'm, for you, going to decide that it should probably be Oregon. Tennessee is a good one. Do some research on your own. Look up the stadiums, look up the uniforms, whatever you're interested in college football, the mascots. There's so many fun things about... God, I've done this so many times. This is the third time we're trying this after the game continues to crash on us, but I will prevail. I'll explain what we're going to do in a second. But yeah, go for Oregon, I would say. Tennessee's solid. Yeah, I don't know. You can figure it out, the rest. Where are we going? We're going to MetLife. Again, maybe MetLife is the issue. Or maybe it's just the fact that I'm playing on a game on a thing that's not technically a PS3, but it's acting like a PS3. This is a mod of the game. There's just so many things that factor into this game crashing. And yet we still have 8 people in the stream. How's everybody doing? This is my plan for this game now. So the score of this game is 7-3, Old Dominion. You gotta bear with me. It is 7-3, Old Dominion. I'm gonna write this in the chat. 7-3, ODU leads. We're going to play a quarter and a half. So once we get past a minute in the second quarter of this game, whoever's has the football, Rice is going to start with it. But basically, yeah, I know you do like mid-table teams. I say whatever team ends up winning this tournament, whatever team I end up using, that could be your other team that you lightly follow, kind of like Wolves, Kennedy. A lot of these teams that I'm choosing are middle of the road or bad, or they're really bad, and could just be fun to use. I've given a lot of reasons for these teams to be fun. Based on where you're at in the country, I know you're in the southeast. East Carolina is kind of middle of the road and fun. If you want to root for a North Carolina school, maybe UNC or NC State. One of the North Carolina bigger schools in the ACC could be fun for you to root for. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this game until we're going to give it a minute in the second quarter, since there was about a minute left in the third quarter. That will give us around the same amount of time, but we have to operate with the idea that Rice is down 7-3. So until 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Rice on offense. And on third down, they're not going to pick it up. It's 4th and 1. Old Dominion are going to get it back here. Interesting. Alright, here we go again. Let's see what happens. Third time's the charm, how about that? Old Dominion with the ball. And let's see what happens here. Hayden Wolf with it. Dropping back for the Monarchs. Plenty of time to throw. And he's going to be picked off! Rice intercepts it! Can he take it to the house? He's got an offensive lineman to beat! But Rice is tackled! 63 on Old Dominion. What a tackle by you. What an awful throw from Hayden Wolf. Uncharacteristic. I don't think he's turned it over yet in the college football Dynasty Decider playoff. But he does here. Tripped up, though. And Rice aren't quite going to get a house call. But it's 1st and goal for Rice, who are representing the UConn Huskies in this Decider playoff. 1st and goal from the 6. They're running a screen play way over the running back. He had him open. What is happening? What is happening? He was wide open. The quarterback's fading away, throwing it out of play. Brutal play when they could have easily walked that in. They're going to run the ball here, and he does have tons of space. To the outside. Rice take the lead. 9-7 is the score. I don't actually think it's named after food, Kennedy, but we are going to be okay with that being the case for us. I don't actually know why they're named Rice. If someone wants to look that up and do their own research, go ahead, be my guest. I might even do it. But now it is 10-7. Rice lead Old Dominion. We're going to call it early in the 4th quarter, technically. We've had to really work our way around some crap. Oh, some really bad just breaks from this game crashing on us, but we prevail time and time again. We're still here. We've still got a stream of people watching. Old Dominion riding. Tobias Harris riding Rice down to the 29-yard line, basically the 30. Okay, we're kind of caught up here. We're kind of understanding what's going on. I appreciate all of you sticking with me through this. Frustrating is definitely the word I would use for this with all the crashes. I just want to get through the end of the second quarter in this one and just complete it. Even if it crashes by the end of it, we're going to take whatever score we get at that point. I think if we can just get to the end of the first quarter, if it crashes at any point near then, we're just going to have to take whatever score we get at that point and just keep trying with this game, because this tournament means a lot to my first college football 25 Dynasty, a game that I'm running out of words to describe how excited I am for the game. It's just going to be freaking unbelievable. So many good things are coming out of it, and Dynasty is a mode that they spend a lot of time listening to fans on, something I wish FC Career Mode would do. But for real, they have spent time listening to fans in the Reddits, in the Twitter feeds, absolutely listened, and have so far what I've seen on videos have delivered an incredible Dynasty mode. Recruiting high school players is going to be unbelievable. I can slip into DMs late at night of these high school quarterbacks and receivers and get them to come play for whatever school I end up with, take a team from the bottom, and see what happens. The transfer portal is also going to be an incredibly exciting part of it. Yeah, with lower level schools, Kennedy, recruiting becomes tough. You have to try to find ways to persuade them to come to your school, even though you're not very good. And Rice, representing UConn, defending that well, and it's 4th down. Based on where we're at in this game technically, Rice, with a big stop there, Old Dominion might get one more chance in this ball game technically. Let's see what kind of drive Rice goes on right now. Returning the kick is Fresh. Up the middle, good yardage, across the 30. Sean Fresh, looking fresh. But yeah, basically, when you're a lower level school in college football, you are at a disadvantage. Like a lower level club in soccer, who might not have as much money as Manchester City. Like a Wigan Athletic. Good club. Very good club. Great fans. They've had success in the past. But based on where they're at, they just don't have the money that Manchester City have to spend on players. In comparison to college football, Alabama, let's say they're recruiting against Vanderbilt. Alabama's got all the resources in the world. Amazing facilities, great stadium, great fans. They know how to win. They have the history. It's going to be easy to recruit for Alabama. But for Vanderbilt, not as much, because you're recruiting against teams in your conference and in your region. All these players come from high schools in the area. Tennessee and Alabama aren't that far away. Tennessee's where Vanderbilt is. So you've got to be looking at kind of similar players, but you can't look at the best players if you're Vanderbilt, because they don't want to go to Vanderbilt. Bad stadium, fans don't really show up. It's an excellent academic school, so the expectations are high there. But if you're a great football player, you're not always looking to go to Vanderbilt if you live in that area. Even though there are definitely kids that want to go play there, because you get to play against Alabama, against LSU, and Georgia. But it's a good comparison there for me, I'm not going to lie. As Rice moved the football, here comes Rice! Cooking that rice. Got some fried rice out there, looking hot and spicy and all kinds of good things right now with the football. Coming out hot in our 3rd try, but we're keeping track of where we're at. Good tackle there on the outside. Fun fact about Old Dominion in this game, they have of all the teams in my playoff that I've chosen to be my potential Dynasty teams, Old Dominion are the only team that had a player listed today in the top 100 rated players in college football 25. So when the game comes out in a week, there's going to be 100 players that we already know about their ratings, and I think it was an outside linebacker for Old Dominion is one of those players. He's like a 91 overall. He looks sick, actually, which is so cool. I don't know if he's in this game in the mod, but pretty cool from Old Dominion. The Sun Belt representing well, but if they can get a stop here, that would be absolutely massive for their chances. Yeah, I think the key for... Oh, what a pass! Rice on 3rd down! Huge play, down inside the 10. Isaiah Esdale, the big play machine, getting Rice inside of 1st and goal chance. And the score is technically right now 10-7 Rice, representing UConn, leading Old Dominion. So technically, if Rice punch it in the end zone right here, it's going to be a 10-point difference. And we're only playing a minute of the second quarter. So this could be huge. Rice running the ball to the outside, and he's going to get stopped. Down to the 4, though. Ari Broussard. Yeah, so Kennedy, the key with lower-level schools, the key for this dynasty when we start recruiting in about 2 weeks, the key is going to be 3-star recruits. That's what keeps schools like this alive. If you can get 3-star recruits with certain things, like speed, like specifically great speed from a 3-star recruit, or specifically amazing throwing power, even though a quarterback just has that one thing. Who knows? But 3-star recruits are the lifeblood of schools like this. If you can manage a 4-star recruit, good for you. That's just kind of how it works, I think. Run to the inside, and Rice are in! UConn! At this point in this game, it's about 58 seconds left until we call it, based on how we have made our way through this game. It looks like UConn's going to advance. At this point, I would be absolutely blown away if they did not. But here is the scenario. Let me just recap you on what has gone down today in the stream. This is the third time we've had to reload and come back into this revamped mod because the game has crashed twice already. And the first time around, we didn't even get through a minute and a half of the game. Neither team did anything. So the second time we tried it was a complete redo. We got through 3.5 quarters, and the score was 7-3 Old Dominion after 3.5 quarters. We started this game, and we said we're going to give this game a quarter and 1 minute. So at the end of the first quarter was not technically the game, but 1 minute here into the second quarter is where we're calling it, based on where we were at the second time around. And with around 49 seconds to play now, Rice have absolutely 7 Rice leads in representation of the UConn Huskies, who in about 30 seconds, I'm going to call it, they are moving on to the semifinal. Old Dominion over the middle, trying to salvage anything at this point. They would need a big play, but who knows. At this point, I might let Old Dominion just finish this drive out of respect to see if they can score a touchdown and then maybe try, I don't know. At this point, Rice has clutched up. Rice went down and scored again. 14 points in just over a quarter. And I'm calling it. Old Dominion has been eliminated from the college football Dynasty Decider playoff for my first college football 25 Dynasty. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. The Rice Owls have represented UConn just fine today. Through 3.5 quarters, Old Dominion did lead, but in the final stages of this game, thank you, Kelly, for coming by. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being active in the chat. Absolutely love it. Thank you. I appreciate all of the love you've given me in the chat, too. I will see you later. I'll probably only be on for another hour. Maybe an hour. But the UConn Huskies, as you can see here, are moving on. 17-7 victors over the Old Dominion Monarchs. They really put on a show in the fourth quarter, technically, if we're really talking technicalities. So let's enter this game in Super Sim until the end of the game, just so I can get like a final cut for next week's video when I do the recap of all this good college football action. I appreciate you coming by, Kelly. Let's just get to the end of this play. I will jump in as Rice. I will sim to the end of it because the final score has been decided 17-7 because Rice absolutely dominated one quarter here in this third try. We're just going to skip straight to the end. What an incredible effort from Rice. And they are going to get the win, dominant win in the sim, so it feels completely validated. The Rice Owls represent the UConn Huskies and do it well. They're going to head to Ford Field in Detroit as the representatives of the UConn region. They will play the winner of our next matchup between two Louisiana schools. But what a game we had there. It was entertaining for 3.5 quarters when we actually got a chance to watch what was technically the real game. But then when we finished it off and gave Rice a chance to come back, they dominated. Big plays. Isaiah Esdale showed up. And UConn, as I already noted, is moving on to the next round. Dominant in the sim as well, which is just a validating feeling, even though these teams' overalls were dead even. Rice clutched up. Name of the game. Did you execute? Rice did it for UConn. I appreciate it, Rice. Much as I loved the idea of an Old Dominion dynasty, it's just not meant to be in this one. And now, as you see, that is my favorite team. We've talked about that. The Tigers of LSU. It's the Ragin' Cajuns facing off against La Tech, a team I really like for a dynasty. Both of these teams, I've already told you, absolutely would love a dynasty in college football 25 with either of these teams representing the state of Louisiana. Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns from Lafayette are absolutely going to wear the all red. I love it. I love all of it. And then the white and blue for La Tech, that's their look. You see the overalls? They are even. Dead set. All across the board. Louisiana is going to host this. And this is a rivalry for sure. An all-Louisiana quarterfinal. The final quarterfinal of the Dynasty Decider Playoff. And the Ragin' Cajuns and Bulldogs are going to decide who plays the UConn Huskies in the other semifinal. Here we go. The Ragin' Cajuns are kicking off to the Bulldogs. And our Louisiana Bowl to end this stream today is officially kicked off. How's everyone feeling? Who do I still have lingering around here on this stream? I appreciate everybody that has joined. We got ourselves a fun matchup to finish this one off. The Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech are going to start with it, and Marquise Crosby, who we've already seen a bit of in the first stream where they were shown last week, where they defeated, technically, Kennesaw State. Louisiana Tech knocked out the Kennesaw State Owls, who were represented by Army in a dominant effort. 17-0, the Bulldogs got it done. That stream also crashed the game, and we had to restart it, but it was all Louisiana Tech the whole way through. No arguments there. They dominated Army, who did represent Kennesaw State. They just didn't do it very well. And now it's their turn to come at the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns of Lafayette at their own home field. Cayenne Pepper representing the Ragin' Cajuns, who have become a favorite of some of you. I know that for sure. But the Ragin' Cajuns, I think, have the best nickname in college sports, both an emotion and a cultural representation of a region represented, and it just flows when you say it. The Ragin' Cajuns, coming at you live here at home. And Louisiana Tech looking good on offense so far. Great pass to the outside, off the hands, and it's going to be second down. Louisiana, technically my preferred team of these two, The Ragin' Cajuns, I obviously have told you why I love them as a fun vibe for a first Dynasty, but bricks for hands are not going to help the Bulldogs. And I've told you how much I love the Bulldogs for a Dynasty too. Good alumni representation in pro sports, and excellent uniforms. I love red, white, and blue, the way they do it. I love their logo. It is iconic to me, one of the best logos in college sports. It just represents them so well. It's an L-shaped state, so they use it well with the T for Tech. It just looks so good. And they're moving the football here. Big third down pickup for Louisiana Tech. Parker McNeil drops back, looks downfield, it could have been picked. Defender decides to swat it down. And it's going to be second down from the 45 here. Woo! Another shot taken, another deflection, could have been a pick. Parker McNeil taking risks early. Third down here, not going anywhere. Not a lot of energy from Louisiana Tech on offense. Shots taken, but nothing executed so far. They did move it a little bit when they ran the ball, but now they have to punt. And they should be able to put Lafayette in bad position here, but the punt goes too far, and it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Come the Ragin' Cajuns. First time we get to see the Ragin' Cajuns on offense in this playoff. Rocking the all red. Run is going to be up the middle, not going anywhere. Dre Lynn Washington tackled for a new yard gain. Hello, Baba G. What is up, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the All-Louisiana battle here in the quarterfinals. Our last quarterfinal. Ben Woolridge losing yards there. First time we get to see Louisiana on offense, and not a good start. I've seen that so much in this college football revamped mod. The quarterbacks have an option opportunity, and they just can't get the pitch off. It's 2 a.m. for you. Goodness, my friend. Thank you for joining me. I just appreciate you being here now more than ever. Ben Woolridge not getting the pass off, and it's going to be fourth down. Neither team successful on offense so far, but the Bulldogs are the ones taking over now. Not a lot happening and not a lot of time. Still 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. I appreciate you, my friend. 2 a.m. And you're watching an all-Louisiana college football battle on the gridiron in this great football game to decide who I use in my College Football 25 Dynasty in a couple weeks when I get my hands on the game and get to play it for the first time. And I'm telling you, the game looks just light years better than this. Not that this game doesn't look good. That's a terrible play to start the drive for Louisiana Tech. 4 yards back, and they were in plus territory. Fullback couldn't get out of the way. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun covering college football so far for me. Not my typical thing. I've done FC content. Did a little baseball for a hot sec. Down the field go Louisiana Tech. Another shot taken and another incompletion. Parker McNeil 1 for 7 to start this game so far. That's okay. I appreciate any time you've given me. Any time at all that you've joined this stream. I'm just happy you were able to say hello. Happy I could say hi back. 1 for 8 is Parker McNeil. Nothing happening for either team. Defense winning the battle today. Yeah, I did get what you were saying. Don't worry. I got you. Appreciate you, Baba. I do. Punting it are the Bulldogs. Back to the Ragin' Cajuns. And Louisiana will take over with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. A slow-moving game with all these incompletions and defensive plays. Excellent defense from both teams, but pretty shaky offense to start for both as well. Who's going to take the game by the balls right now? Run to the outside. Tackled. Not even a yard for the Ragin' Cajuns here. Second down. Third and 4 here for those hot peppers of Louisiana. The Ragin' Cajuns wearing all red. On 3rd and 4. Completion is not made. It's dropped, and they wouldn't have gotten the yards anyways. Somebody do something. Come on. Not representing Louisiana well are either team. It's not even that good defense. It's just poor offense right now from both teams. No shots really, shots taken by Louisiana, but they have not executed. And La Tech's going to get it back here. Look at this. Oh, well, actually, that doesn't really represent what's happened at all. It has been lockdown defense so far, though. No score. Minute left now. I think we've had 6 total drives, which is more than we've had in any game in the first half, and we're not even through the first quarter. Option play, run to perfection here. How far can he go, though? Slow is this quarterback. Parker McNeil trying to do it with his legs. Picking up 5. More than you could say for Louisiana on offense. Is it Tech or is it Lafayette? Which Louisiana school is going to win this matchup? I love the matchup. It's just such a perfect one for the decider. Playoff. Really represents the fun, the chaos, and the regional rivalries that I've created. This one for sure, the most closely, geographically close rivalry in the playoff. Good tackle here from the corner, getting help from his teammate. -2 yards for Marquise Crosby. That's kind of been the theme of the game. Rallying for tackles, rallying. Not going anywhere. Nothing happening in this game. Who wants this more? We haven't even finished the first quarter yet, technically. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Will we get a snap off to end the first quarter? The answer is yes. Parker McNeil on 3rd and 12. Zeros on the clock in the first quarter. What a pass there. He had some options. Trucking a man, and 22 yards later, Julian Lewis moving it for the Bulldogs. Finally, just a little bit of offense. A hint of offense. And we flip sides. Bulldogs still on offense. Oh my God, up the middle. Look at the room. All of a sudden, La Tech making a push for some points here. They are absolutely in field goal range now. They have 6 first downs to Louisiana's 0. Good pass here, and they're going to pick up 4. Starting to move it a little bit. Can the Ragin' Cajuns answer with a little bit of defense as La Tech push it? Oh, big breaking tackles here. Louisiana Tech to the end zone. Kyle Maxwell moving men out of the way, breaking tackles, and finally, with all the success Louisiana Tech has had, it hasn't led to anything. One play goes their way, and he carries a man into the end zone. Look at this. Strength from Kyle Maxwell, maxing out his ability there. And the Bulldogs are the first to score in this game. Ragin' Cajuns have got to get their offense going. This is a big game here. Winner decides who will be playing UConn in the semifinal, which is just one step away from the big final of this playoff. quarterfinals here in Lafayette, Louisiana. And the hosts get the ball back, and that is just about as bad of a start as you're going to get. Why don't they run the ball? It may not go too far with the run, but at least you give yourself a chance on first down. Stopping the clock, incomplete pass into the stands. That's just not going to work. That's never going to work. Woolridge back with the ball. He's going to fire it here, and they are going to pick up a couple yards. Get it down 9 yards away. 1 yard to go here on third down. There's a little bit of a positive play. Do we have life from the Ragin' Cajuns? Or is Louisiana Tech going to stand up here on 3rd and 1 out of shotgun? It's a bold move on 3rd and 1. Seems like they are a passing team. Here's the snap. Here's the run. And they are going to pick up the first, doing just enough. Draylon Washington. That's, you know what? If that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Good run. Finally, the Ragin' Cajuns showing some signs of offense. What do they got in store here? Funky formation. It's a pitch. Doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, and that is just awful. That's horrible. No blocking, no execution, spinning around. It was a bad pitch. 5 yards back now. 2nd and 15. Might as well have just taken a penalty. Goodness. Poor execution from the men in red in this one. There's an option that works. Room to run for Woolridge. Fighting. Getting 8. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now. That was a nice positive play to make the third down more manageable. Ball is right next to the cayenne pepper in the middle of the field. 3rd and 6 for the home team. Ragin' Cajuns need points here. Down 7. Had a man wide open, and he fired it right by him. 4th and 6, and they're punting. Disappointing from the hosts so far. Really disappointing. Not much of a game right now. Louisiana Tech has to be feeling good. They are, Steve-O! What is up, my friend? Hi, Cam. How you doing today? UConn sure did win. Through 2 game crashes, we managed to finish that one off. Rice beat Old Dominion 17-7, put up 14 points in the last quarter. But it's La Tech now. 7 yards ahead. It's going to be a nice second down for them. But yes, the winner of this matchup will face UConn in the semifinal. UConn represented by Rice now, who Rice runs a real offense, and Navy doesn't really. A little bit unorthodox from Navy, like Army showed us. And that does matter, even though I evened out the overalls. But Rice did a good job representing the Huskies. They will play the winner of this one, and right now, all signs point to Louisiana Tech. The Bulldogs are truly taking it to the Ragin' Cajuns right now. I feel like in every stream we've had the first game, either the home team or away team wins, but the second stream has been the opposite of the first game. Or the second game has been the opposite of the first game. And the home team won in game 1, so is it just written in the cards that Louisiana Tech is going to be the road dogs here? The Bulldogs on the road. Up 7 with the ball. Across the 50. And an incomplete pass there is going to set up third down, and this is going to end up being a big play for Louisiana, I'm telling you. If they can get the stop here, I do think Louisiana Tech would go for it, but they might punt. This could be huge. Can the Ragin' Cajuns answer defensively? Nope, that is a lot of room to run, and here come the Bulldogs. It's Marquise Crosby, 11 yards. Down inside scoring territory, just outside of the 30. Parker McNeil drops back. Way too much time. Years to think about his decision. And he almost throws a pick. KC Osai. Holy shit. Catch the ball, son. Big chance there for his team. DBs do not have hands. That has been the case for this game forever. Parker McNeil dropping back again. Lots of time to think. Off of the run, he throws it over the middle. Down to around the 10. Cyrus Allen. moving the ball, and La Tech continuing an impressive drive here. Only 8 for 17, but yes, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, who do look a shitlot, what am I saying? I'm just working in that word now. Shouldn't be. Parker McNeil! Down to the 1! They look a lot like the Bills. You are damn right. They really do look a lot like the Bills. But I love their uniforms. Very collegiate-looking version of red, white, and blue. Amazing logo. On the 1-inch yard line, he drops back. What are they doing? What are they doing? Run the ball! Has Marshawn Lynch taught you nothing, Louisiana Tech? Good God! You could quarterback sneak this. Give it to the fullback. Give it to the tight end on the run. Just don't throw it. Come on. Parker McNeil drops back again. Has a man over the middle and it's picked off. What are they doing? Russell Wilson nightmares are coming alive here in Louisiana. Unbelievable. Pete Carroll just woke up from a nap and reminiscing what was an amazing night for Patriots fans. The Seattle Seahawks' haunting memories are now haunting Louisiana Tech. What are you doing? First and goal on the 1-inch yard line, and they're dropping back to throw. I cannot believe that they just did that. Unbelievable turn of events. I thought it was going to be 14-0 Louisiana Tech, and here come the Ragin' Cajuns with the ball, and all of a sudden they have life. Moving it! The boys in red! Across the 50, down to the 40, 33 yards for Jacob Bernard. Unbelievable turn of events. Did you see this coming? Because I didn't. There's no way I saw this coming. Louisiana Tech could have given it to me on the 1-yard line. I might have punched it in. Oh my God. The Ragin' Cajuns have life. To the outside, it's dropped. The momentum stops, but only for a second. Second down from the 45 here.
Here we go. Green 19.
Run is here, up the middle. I like the idea of running it. 3rd and 1. They used a timeout, I think. They did, yes. But now it's a manageable 3rd down. 3rd and 1. I can imagine they're going to throw this ball here. Woolridge running the option. Horrible play. Awful. He's not down yet, apparently. I don't know what's happening, but 4th and 7. Might as well let that clock run now, but I believe La Tech just used a timeout to try and get the ball back here. Is this field goal range for Louisiana? It seems like they're just outside of it. And you know what? I respect this decision. 35 seconds and counting on the clock. And the Ragin' Cajuns are going to go for it here on 4th and 7. They are letting the clock run here, and I can see the vision. If they can get 7 yards, pick up the 1st down, they will be in field goal range and able to kick it. But they're wasting a lot of time right now. I think they just don't want La Tech to get the ball back. Very interesting play call here. Clock is going to run out on them. They better throw this to the end zone. Taking the shot downfield. What an awful play. Stupid. So stupid. This is what happens when I'm not playing. And we have to watch the computers battle it out. We get picks on the 1-yard line. Mismanaged clock. Not great football, but it is only a 1-score game, and the hosts are going to get it to start the 3rd quarter here, which I guess is a silver lining for them. And to be only down 7 right now has got to feel like a miracle for the Fighting Cajun Peppers. Absolutely do not deserve to be in this game. However, they are. So let's see what they can make of this chance they've been given. 1st down, starting from the 25. They're going to hand it off, and they're going to go backwards. It's just been a horrible offensive effort from them. Really, only one sliver of hope that they showed at the beginning of the last drive to end the 2nd quarter, but they didn't even get points there. Another handoff, 2nd down. This is a little better. Running over guys, doing a lot of work to only get 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Ragin' Cajuns to start off this 3rd quarter. No points on the boards yet. screenplay. Can he get the frickin' pass off? They almost can't. Draylon Washington, though, with room to run. He's gonna get just enough. 6 yards needed, 6 yards picked up. It's a big play. Gotta have a positive drive here if you're Louisiana. Ragin' Cajuns, if they want to get back into this game, need some points on this drive, I would assume. Deep pass. Oh my God, through the hands of Jaden Cole. That would have been huge for Louisiana Tech, but another lifeline given to Louisiana here. Can they take advantage? Gonna hand it off, and there's men to meet him. Terrible play call. So bad. Out of shotgun, they're running a draw play, and there's just plenty of time for Louisiana Tech to crash on the ball. That's why Draylon Washington is 7 rushes for 9 yards. Just so ineffective. D lineman jumps, but no penalty. Woolridge is back to throw. He has a man over the middle on 3rd and 12. Just when you think the Ragin' Cajuns are lying dead once again, Neil Johnson makes a 24-yard catch over the middle. Nice throw. And they're right by that cayenne pepper at midfield again. That cayenne pepper apostrophe. God, I love that. Handoff here. Will Draylon Washington actually pick up yards this time? Fighting hard and getting 6. There's a little bit of life now. The Peppers are heating up. Woolridge running the option. Usually this doesn't go well. And boy, I was right. They just never run it fast enough. Slow-mo option only gets nothing. Once again, -1 yards actually. Actually got the pitch off, which was good. But they're forced with another 3rd down here. 3rd and 6. How clutch can these Cajuns be? Are they raging? Woolridge with time. Over the middle. He's got a man! Down to the 20. 19 yards. It's Harvey Broussard. And the hosts are in field goal range. Ben Woolridge is heating up when he needs to. Back-to-back 3rd down conversions. And a clutch as all drive right now from Louisiana to start this 3rd quarter. Taking a lot of time off the clock and moving the ball down the field. They're actually starting to rage. They're actually starting to play football. Complete passes. Here we go. 2nd and 5 from the 15. Woolridge is back. Finds a man on the outside. Can he get to the 1st down marker? Just tripped up is Harvey Broussard. 5 yards is not enough. It's going to be 3rd and 1. I can imagine they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't get this, but if you learned any lessons from Louisiana Tech, you would run this ball, but they're in shotgun. Woolridge back to throw on 3rd and 1. A lot of time, and he's going to throw it away. So disappointing. Can they make the right decision here and go for it? No, they're going to take points. They're going to take 3 points and hope that they can get the ball back without giving up a touchdown, I would assume. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We have yet to see a missed field goal in this tournament, but it is 7-3, right down the center. A raging kick. And we have points for the home team. Louisiana versus Louisiana Tech has been all but a good football game, and yet it's a 1-score game, 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and the hosts have a little bit of momentum, just a tiny sliver of momentum for Louisiana right now. La Tech on offense, though. Here come the Bulldogs through Parker McNeil. Good pickup, good completion, and Trey Harris has 5. How's everybody doing? Seems like we've got more of you watching right now. We just went up to 10 people watching, and now we're back down to 6. Get your friends to come by and watch. Bring some snacks. Hope everybody's having a good time here on this Wednesday evening. Parker McNeil having a great time in the pocket. Plenty of room to run down the sideline. 32 yards for Griffin. Hebert. Not Herbert. I was going to say Herbert. Hebert. 10 for 21. Far from efficient from Parker McNeil, but 11 first downs will tell me to shut up. Kelly Gunn, welcome back. You have joined at quite the time. Louisiana Tech looking to put this game out of reach at a crucial point in this game. If La Tech can punch it in the end zone on this drive, it's looking all but over in this one. I can't imagine Louisiana would have the firepower to come back from down 14-3. 10-3 maybe. And it's looking right now like La Tech can get a field goal, but it is going to be 3rd and 2. Interesting decision making here. Will La Tech go for it on 4th down if they can't convert? First thing you got to do is try to convert. They're 3 for 5 on the day. 3rd and 2 from the 30. McNeil is back to throw on 3rd and 2. To the outside, he's got a man. Can he get to the first down marker? Yes, and more. Inside the 20, inside the 15. First down, La Tech, a big play, and this crowd is quiet. They knew the chance they had to stop the Bulldogs there. Lots of room to run on the outside, though. No one follows the receiver. Welcome back, Kelly. Glad to have you. Glad to have you witnessing greatness, sort of. It's been everything but a great football game, but yet we have had drama. La Tech have really done everything on offense well. Gonna get stopped right here, though. 1 yard from Greg Garner. But they really have done everything well on offense, except punch it in that one time they had 1st and goal, and they threw the ball for a pick. Not gonna get over that one. That's crazy. Crazy decision making. Can they make up for it here, though? Running the option. Parker McNeil's got room to run. Gotta be careful with that football. He gets 3 yards, holds on to it, and it's gonna be 3rd and 6. Massive, massive play is gonna come to start the 4th quarter for the Ragin Cajuns, who are down 7-3 at the start of the 4th quarter. Biggest play of the game coming up. What is going to happen here? Big play. Parker McNeil with time to throw. The Ragin Cajuns are coming! Sack! Parker McNeil is dropped, and Louisiana Tech is going to have to settle for 3. That is a massive play that keeps the Ragin Cajuns in this football game. They bring the pressure, and the pressure works. The Ragin Cajuns raging on that defensive line. Can they block the kick? We've yet to see a miss. And the kick is good. It was an easy one. It was fairly short. And the Bulldogs have executed a good drive, I would say. Really good. Now if their defense can hold up, who knows? I would love some overtime. We have yet to have overtime in this playoff, Cam. I would love some overtime. Give us what we want. Louisiana returning the kick and doing it well. To the outside, down to the 35. Great return from Zylan Perry. And here come the Ragin Cajuns on offense. They have not done much with it today. At all. They haven't had the ball much. They're going to start with a pitch that has never worked for any team in this playoff. And it's not going to work for Draylon Washington here. Not a good start to this drive. Can Louisiana Tech hold up their lead here on the road in Lafayette? 2nd down now. They've been throwing it well in the second half here. Why did I say that? I just jinxed the hell out of that throw. Not even close. What are they doing? What are they doing? The ultimate chance right now to do anything on offense, and they are putting on a snooze fest for us. Woolridge back on 3rd down. He's been clutch in this game, and that could not have been worse. What the fuck was that, Louisiana? All the options for entertainment. No execution. Come on! Punting it away to La Tech. Can we get some action on this punt? Usually not. And he's out at the 25. That's where Louisiana Tech is going to start their drive. Hello, Ian. Hi, Ian. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Marquise Crosby up the middle, and effectively, The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs have a massive chance to put this game away right now. 2nd and 3, just about to reach the 40-yard line, around the 35, and they have a 7-point lead here in the 4th. 3:44 to go. Parker McNeil over the middle, got him in! Is he gone? Tackled, big tackle, but that play to Cyrus Allen could be a dagger. The Ragin' Cajuns have just not executed on offense today, and it's hurting them. They're giving Louisiana Tech chance after chance after chance. And the Bulldogs are going to score at some point if you give them this many chances. In a good position here. Parker McNeil is picked off! Are you kidding me? He may be gone to the 50, the 40. Is this a house call? The Ragin' Cajuns are going to tie this game up. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? They've done nothing. How is this game tied? Unbelievable action here in the 4th quarter. Oh my God. Louisiana. The ultimate moment. Can they tie it up with a PAT? It's good. We are tied. Come on. God, if you're not in the stream now and you left, you have missed quite a game. This has been the ugliest game I've ever seen that has given us pure entertainment. This is what college football is all about right here. 3:17 to go in the 4th quarter. Louisiana has played one of the worst football games I've ever seen. And they are tied with Louisiana Tech, who were just about to ice this game. In field goal range. Pick 6, a house call. And they're coming after him on defense. 5 yards for Marquise Crosby. OMG is right, Kelly. Holy shit. I need a drink of water. Wow. Finally, some exciting action. Parker McNeil hoisting it deep. It's picked up. It's fucking picked up again. Oh my goodness. Parker McNeil, what happened? Are you kidding me? Takes a shot. The Ragin' Cajuns. Is that the same guy? Another interception. I'm blown away with the fact that Louisiana has a chance to win the game right now. 2:45 to go. They have the ball. This is the ultimate chance. Can they move it? Oh my God, they're running the option. Why are you doing that? I'm kind of rooting for Louisiana now. I've never seen such a collapse like Louisiana Tech has. Louisiana Tech, this is possibly the worst collapse I've ever seen. Well over doubling Louisiana's yards and chances on offense. The run here, and he's going to get big yards. That's a great run. He's not down yet. 9, and it's 3rd and 2 with 2:20 to go. I did not think this was going to be even close. How could you possibly think this game could be close? And yet, we are tied. Handoff to the outside. He's going to get the first. He's going to get more than the first down to the 34. Jacob Bernard. A little bit of trickery from the Ragin' Cajuns. A little bit of an unorthodox look there. I can't imagine many people are rooting for Louisiana Tech with how horribly they've executed the end of this game. The Ragin' Cajuns have the momentum, and up the middle goes Woolridge, taking hits and fighting for 11 yards. This team wants it all of a sudden after playing horrible football for 3.5 quarters. They are alive and well. 1:42 to go, and they're inside field goal range now. Woolridge drops back to the outside. He's got a man. It's complete. Lance Legendre, 22 yards. And it is 1st and goal, Louisiana. What is happening? What is happening? They have done nothing with the football for the entirety of this game. And all of a sudden, they have life when it matters most. Cannot believe this. Up the middle. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. They have completed the comeback. Maybe too early. We have more action yet to happen in this game. 1:33 remains. And the Ragin Cajuns have just completed the comeback, taking the lead. It's 17-10 Louisiana. I cannot believe that is the score of this game. Here we go, baby. Latek gets the football back. Parker McNeil. Oh, look at that. Look at 3 interceptions for Louisiana. All in massive spots. And they've, you know what? They've capitalized when it matters most. And that's all that matters when you're trying to survive and advance in a tournament. Quarterfinal number 4 has been, what a experience this has been. Parker McNeil, not a good throw. He is shook. 13 for 27. He has not been an efficient quarterback, but he's made big plays. Gotta make some big ones here. Down 7, 1:30 to go. It's second down. McNeil throws it to the outside. Great ball. 13 yards for Cyrus Allen. And they are not going quietly. All 3 timeouts for Latek. And they have 1:25. Look at that disparity in the first down number. Parker McNeil rolling to the outside. He's clearly going to run this, and the receiver doesn't want to help him at all. Parker McNeil, 9 yards, and the clock will run. Could call a timeout here, but they're choosing to let it run. 2nd and 1 from just outside the 50. You can't go for a field goal here. They need a touchdown. McNeil drops back. Throws it to the outside. They're going to have the first down. Clock continues to run, and they do use a timeout here to stop it at 57 seconds. Goodness. Parker McNeil is back. Over the middle, he's got a man. Inside the 40, down to the 35. Another timeout is used. And with 52 seconds left, Louisiana Tech is making this interesting. First down at the 35. McNeil has time to throw. He's going to hoist it to the end zone. He had a man. Overthrown. Louisiana celebrates again. Chance taken by La Tech. Not effective. McNeil with two backs in the backfield. Drops back here to pass on second down and finds a man. Again, over the middle, it's Cyrus Allen. That's been his favorite target in this one. And they're going to hurry it up. Chains are moving. 42 seconds. Clock is stopped. And now it starts to run. McNeil changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Parker McNeil to the outside. Had a man and he overthrew it. 17 for 33. This has to be the most chances we've seen from any team in a game, and they have just simply not executed when it matters most. McNeil on second down now. This looks like a screenplay broken up, and he had the running back, but he just launches it into the stands instead. Bold move. Obviously not going to work there. Big play here. It's definitely 4-down territory, but with 32 seconds, it's third down. They're gonna run the football. What are they? You know what? You do not deserve to win if that's what you're doing. Absolutely. I could not care less if they win or not. Fourth down and 11. Clock's running. Parker McNeil is back. Last gasp for La Tech. Oh my God, the game froze. Alright, they're playing fun music in the stadium. I can only imagine. I cannot believe it just froze. Are you kidding me? The fun music in the stadium makes me think that it was a Louisiana turnover. How could it not be? Why would they be playing Seven Nation Army if they didn't just turn them over? Whoa, what's going on here? Rice showing up again. Just when you don't think that's going to happen. Okay, well, let's let the sounds of the game continue on. And I think it's safe to say, lads, that Louisiana Tech got that stop. And I'm listening to the game in the background. I know you are too. But there it is. There's your final matchup. Can we get that a little bit more centered-ish? Oh, I'm zooming way in. Come on. Let's do some execution together. Get it right on that. Yeah, baby. Well done. Well done, lads. The Ragin' Cajuns move on. I cannot believe they won that game. I can't believe that. And they will face the UConn Huskies in the semifinal. I can't believe they won that game. No chance. La Tech deserved to win it or anything close to it. This game crashed at the worst time. We had an unbelievable comeback to finish that one off. And obviously you can see it's just not being nice right now. But La Tech had absolutely every chance to win that football game and could not. I just blown away with what just happened in that football game. La Tech could have gone up 14-3 in the first half. Oh my god. Cam, did you see it? Did you see what happened at the end of the game? That was unreal. That was outrageous. Go back and watch it on stream. You can just go back in the timeline. But basically, the craziness of that game included Louisiana intercepting the ball on the 1-yard line, as La Tech could have just freaking punched it in on 1st and goal from basically the half-yard line in the first half. It could have been 14-0 La Tech at that point. It was only 7-0, and then up 7-3, Parker McNeil drove it down the field, threw a pick, and it was a pick six that put La Tech up 10-7. Without having basically any chances on offense, they went up 10-7. And then on the next drive, takes a shot deep for whatever reason and threw a pick. Louisiana came down and scored. Goodness. 17-10. They really are the Bills. Louisiana Tech, they look like them, and they sure were not clutch when it mattered most. But that's going to do it, lads. I can't believe what we just witnessed in that game. That's going to be a hell of a one to recap, but 4 teams remain to be my first college football 25 Dynasty. UConn will play those cardiac Ragin' Cajuns, the survivors. And then we've got an all-green matchup on the other side at the Rose Bowl, Hawaii and North Texas, the Mean Green, who are the only team to win 2 games so far. All other 3 teams that got a bye won somehow. Still don't know about that one. But we've got our matchups, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to the next stream this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I think we are going to start with UConn and Louisiana. And we are simply days away, as Steve says, from college football 25. I cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait. I am going away for next week. Sadly, couldn't actually be more sad about that. But I'm going to a fun place. I'm not going to tell you where. Might show you guys on my community page if I really feel like it. But I've got content ready for you guys next week. We're going to recap this week's action. We're going to look ahead to the final, which could be any of these 4 teams matching up. And then I've got a FIFA video coming out for you guys. Barrowtown focused. That's how we're going to end next week. So until then, until Friday, when you join me on stream again, Friday's going to be absolutely unbelievable. 2 beautiful neutral locations hosting our semifinal. We're going to start with the Huskies and Ragin' Cajuns and finish off the afternoon with Hawaii and North Texas. Might switch up the times of those games. I'll decide in the meantime. Thanks to you guys thank all of you for joining. I appreciate the activeness in the chat. I appreciate the activeness in general. Go comment on my videos that I've put out for this playoff. Put a lot of time and effort into making sure you guys are recapped and looking forward to this playoff. A lot of stuff going on X. Follow my X account if you don't already. But until I see you on stream on Friday, this has been Therios, lads. You'll never walk alone. College football, FC, football, whatever it is. You'll never walk alone. See you guys.